To be a teacher.
Oh yes, more than a pride, it is a passion to be a teacher. All that we need is better treatment. It is with love we build a nation. All that we need is better treatment. Ooh. A teacher is a nation builder who spends sleepless nights preparing his lesson. Transformation of education begins with the teacher. He does everything to meet up with changing times. They build doctors, pilots, engineers, and all great people. Oh no, with meager salary. We plead on the parents to stop negative intervention. Instead, assist them do their work. It is with love. It is with love. It is with love. We build a nation. All that we need is better treatment. It is with love. It is with love. Yeah, yeah. We build a nation. All that we need is better treatment.
I'm shedding my tears for a teacher.
I'm giving you knowledge, you slap me. I'm building your future, you kill me. Oh no, respect the teacher.
I'm shedding my tears as a teacher.
I'm giving you knowledge, you slap me. I'm building your future, you kill me. Oh why? Respect the teacher.
Teacher, we tapsila.
Teacher, we want me.
Teacher,
Teacher, we tapsila.
power kai.
Teacher, we lonely. Teacher, we tapsila. Teacher, we want me.
Himba teacher,
Teacher, we tapsila.
Kimpana,
Teacher, we lonely.
Kimpana,
Teacher, we tapsila. Teacher, we want me. Teacher, we tapsila. Teacher, we lonely.
Oh, welcome once again. This is your humble servant, Bishop Wilfred D. Williams, founder, overseer of the Global Prayer Network Ministries. We are here to discuss shortly on the upcoming Gospel Music Awards in Monrovia, Liberia. To be specific, Monrovia Christian Fellowship, 9th Street Sync, and we call this Born to Praise Ministry first annual music awards for our Liberians, own Liberian artists, gospel artists that have been selected within the society who have contributed immensely to the gospel industry. I believe that they were selected by the people, and so we going to do just what the people have finally said concerning these people that are going to be awarded. So we are grateful to God for this wonderful program. One thing one thing I know and believe here, we are not doing this gospel award for any monetary gain. We are not, but rather we're spending our own resources to put into the community, to put back into our community. First of all, uh the visionary of this organization, of this ministry, she didn't grow up in Liberia, but she came to this country when she was 8 years old. Just imagine. So her total orientation has been transformed to the system of this country. So that I can tell you, she's no longer, but she still loved the country. She tried to identify with her people. You understand? She came here, as I said, when she was 8 years old. I'm talking about I'm talking about something like the late 60s or something like that. She came to this country, and and then she hasn't been back to Liberia. She went back. Her son Patrick took her back and just for visit, and she visited the AG Church, which they organized some program. It was the anniversary, the AGM. It was the anniversary, and then she was the guest preacher, and she went back. She came back. Then we went back together, and this is a third time going back to Liberia. I believe that what this woman is doing here, she's trying to identify with her own people, because she has been indoctrinated from the time she was born or from the time she came to the country. Don't get me wrong, she's a Liberian, but her orientation is from this country. So every sister that's in the country went to school in the country, got her doctorate degree in this country. It was not conferred on her, but she went to school for 9 to 10 years to get to where she is today. So, and then she's going back to the society, a specific society within the Liberian setting, or that is the gospel artists, going back to the gospel artist society to be a blessing, to be a blessing to the society, because that's her passion. That's what she loves to do. And I, being a husband or who dare to push her in this vision, that's my sole responsibility to do that which I must do to promote her in what God has called her to do. So on this note, we are not, listen, when we look at the term entrepreneur, are people who risk their hard-earned resources and put into business. So when these people have placed that which they have earned into business, so they want to get back that which they have that which they have placed into the business. So this is why they don't have time for you if you are working 8 hours for them. If you even sick, they don't care if you're sick. They want you to come to work because they have placed their hard-earned resources into the business, into the establishment of the business. So they want to get back. First of all, they fight to get what they put into the business before they talk about profit. You understand? So in light of that, we are putting our resources into this Born to Praise, annual Born to Praise in Liberia. And we are not soliciting nothing. We are not business people here to say we are here to solicit from those folks that will be awarded, or we are doing ticketing to sell ticket to people. No, it is free of charge. We pay for the hall ourselves. We did all the plaques, the tat that will be awarded to those that were selected. We did it on our own. We didn't solicit for anybody to say we're going to do this. So in so doing, it is the mind of a businessman who want to put in and get back. But it is not so when it comes to the things of God, because we are people of faith. We rely on faith in everything we do. We rely on faith. We rely on the grace. We rely on the promises of God that we not even see what's going to come from it. We don't even know what's going to come from it. We not even know what is ahead of us, but we rely on the faith of God to do that which God has mandated us to do. So we are not business people. We are not business people, and we want our own Liberians. We want our own Liberians to let us listen. Let us support one another. Let us support one another. If today Abaco has been selected to be or the legendary, to carry the legendary award, let us all come together. Let us all come together and build her up and promote her, not to tear her down, not to cause commotion within the program that the Born to Praise ministry is carrying to Liberia. This is the time that we must learn to promote. Let me tell you something here. Okay, let me tell you something. Somewhere in the Bible, in Mark, it's in Mark chapter 8, down the 22, 21, 22 verses that I always said this on the platform. You see here is that when Jesus was about to enter Bethesda, okay, there was a blind man. There was a blind man who was being blind for a very long time. This man was being very blind for a very long time. And when Jesus entered into the land, first of all, the land was the land of unbelief. They never believed that Jesus was the Son of God. So this man got struck 2 different times. One, he was carrying spiritual blindness and carrying physical blindness. Okay, so when Jesus entered the town, the key point in this message here is that what the people did in the society, everybody had problem with one another in that city. Everybody had problem with somebody in that society. So, but because of the blind man, because of that man that was blind, they put the difference aside. Because of the blind man. So now what they was demonstrating, it was because of love. Okay? They demonstrated the love of God to the fullest. Okay? So what they did, they put that difference aside because of the blind man. All right? So when they heard Jesus was in the town, they put all their grievances, what the malice, the grudge they had against one another, they put that aside and they brought this blind man to Jesus for Jesus to heal this blind man. They did this on the basis of love. They put that difference aside because they loved them. It was they weren't trying anything. They try and error. Let take this blind man and see if this man can heal him. Say he claimed to be the Son of God. He claimed to be the Messiah. So let us just give it a try. It was not so. Those folks in the society, I believe there was problem among them. They had their differences among them. But because of the blind man, they put everything aside and brought that man to Jesus for Jesus to heal that man from the double blindness that he was carrying. Okay? And Jesus took the man outside the town. He took the man to the next village on the highway and healed the disease of the blindness that man was carrying. People of God, what am I saying here is that, this is a message that I'm going to be preaching for a very long time. This is a message that I'm going to be preaching for a very long time. Very long time. You see, we Liberians, we came from 14 years war. Lives were destroyed. Property were destroyed. Infrastructure that were being built were destroyed. The community were destroyed. So now it left to us Liberia to put our differences aside and come together and build the community that were destroyed. This is the time that peace and conflict resolution should be at the high peak in our society. Put your differences aside. Let's build this country. Put your differences aside. Let's build this industry. Put your differences aside. Come together and build this community that was being destroyed by the 14 years war. But we gotta come to the place that we must understand that God cannot work among us if we are divided. Okay, I listened to a guy on Facebook, and he said something that caught my attention. He said when Jesus came, Jesus selected 12 men. 11 men, he made them 12. He selected 12 men. And the priest went into the most holy place with a breastplate with 12 stones on his birthplace. Jesus was 12 years old when he began his ministry. So what I learned from that 12, and we got the 12 tribes that came from the offspring of Jacob. So what I learned from that is that maybe it is more easier or tougher to control, to bring 12 individuals together. Once you're able to build a community of 12 togetherness, you have conquered everything. This is why Jesus did. This is why he started on 12. And because of 12 men, This is where we are today, who proclaim the gospel. We receive the gospel because of these 12 men. Here we are today. Here we are today. So we got to adapt the mentality of 12. If even we can be 100 people, but let us adapt the mentality within a society of 12. Let us just carry the mentality of 12. Look, we are 12. We can make it. This is a whole thing. Even if we are 100, but adapt the mentality of 12, then it will benefit us. Because when you adapt the mentality of 12, like Jesus did, Jesus' mentality, his ministry, he's beginning his ministry at 12. He selected 12 disciples. Out of the seed of Jacob came 12 tribes of Israel. Everything was 12, 12, 12. So I believe to control and maintain 12, it is not a problem. So Jesus did not find it difficult to maintain those guys. And even people who were not part of the apostle, they became part later on because of the 12, when the Spirit fell upon them. So we now, Liberians, when you are in a community of refugee, adapt the ability, the mentality of 12 to build that community. Put your differences aside and adapt the ability of 12 and put that community together. When are we going to come together? God cannot work with a divided team. He cannot work with a divided team. God cannot work with a divided team. So, I am so grateful to God for all of these folks that have been selected for this wonderful award. I am so grateful to God that I want to thank Minister Abako, Pastor Abako, and my son Raphael P, Pastor Raphael P. I'm so grateful to God for you people that you guys are running with this vision. You guys want to see things happening. That's what matters. You guys want to see things happening, and we all going to put hands around you people and see this stuff happening. But we're going to take some promotion from our upcoming awards in Liberia that was composed by our own Pastor Abako and Pastor Raphael P. Let's listen to this and see what's going on here.
Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. Give me praise, give me praise, give me praise. Thank you, thank you, thank you. People of God, are you ready to praise the Lord? Somebody tell the Lord thank you for your goodness and your mercy. Aye, aye. You will, it's funny we all, down we all, then it's ceremony we all, what the people we all. you. A bigger thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Give it this. Give it this. Give it this. Give it this. Everybody, do the one. This it. This it. I shake it. I rock it. This it. It's time to give God the praise. It's time to give God the praise. When praises go up, let's it come down. Everybody, give it praise. Everybody, give it praise.
Awards. The Born to Praise Music Ministry and the Glory of the Letter USA present Born to Praise Music Awards 2023, and it's happening right here in Liberia. And the venue is Morovia Christian Fellowship. The date is March 11, and the time is 3 o'clock. Red carpet start, 4 o'clock main event. And your hosts are Bishop Wilfred Williams and Reverend Dr. Julian Williams, Pastor Raphael Pay, co-host, and Pastor Ablako To Gntv, co-host. Remember, the date is March 11, 2023. Don't miss it. Morovia Christian Fellowship, 9th Street Single. Call these following numbers for more information: 0779 1678 61. I repeat, 0779 1678 61. Or better still, call 0881 555 964. Don't say you was not informed. Please be there. Admission is free of charge. FREE, free of charge. Venue, Morovia Christian Fellowship. Don't miss it. A great movement of your life. Born to Praise Music Ministry. Thank you, yeah.
Want us to, we want us to keep all of these folks in our prayer. These are our future leaders, and when it comes to the gospel, when it comes to the gospel community, and not my lay or my pieces of advice to the gospel community in Liberia. We have to let us not carry the crowd mentality. Let us try to promote one another. Let us try to put hands around one another to see that we can build our. I say I'm an artist, but I never had the opportunity to, because the war came and took away everything for us, robbed us out of our talents and all the things that we had. I'm an artist. I used to sing with the Advent Ambassadors, or when I was in the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Banga. I sang with the Advent Ambassadors, and we were one of the outstanding group those days. And then we were supposed to join the mass choir those days, but there was no time to become part of the mass choir in Bengali, Moreover mass choir today. So this is where we are heading. We want each and every one of us to promote our people. Like I said, let us put our differences aside and come under one canopy of reconciliation to build our country, to build our life, and promote whatever God is about to do in the country. When we criticize people and we try to bring them down, God does not work in such an environment. You see, so here, I want to encourage us, we Liberian aspiring artists for this coming generation. Let us we doing everything. If my wife and myself had the opportunity or had a hand, we're gonna bring all the Liberian artists here. Like the Born to Praise we brought Jimmy the Psalmist. By the grace of God, we brought him, and you can never tell. We doing our best. We're doing our best. We're giving back to the society. Like I always love to use some economic terms called extra personalities. You go out there and come back and become a blessing to your society. That what this mean. So we want to encourage us. We trying to give back to our community. We're trying to give back to the society. Like I said, the woman who is a visionary for this ministry, she's not a Liberian. In total, she's not a Liberian because she was born in Liberia, but she came here at the age of 6, at the age of 8. You know what I mean? Your orientation, everything is here, your academic stability, everything here. You don't have African orientation. So she trying to identify with her people. So now she left the society, came all those years she been here. Now she going back to the society to give back to the society. This is why she's not asking, or the ministry is not asking for money. Not asking for money. We're not doing ticketing, or say maybe the time goes back, we'll have to do ticketing, but it's not now. We want to introduce this program. We want to introduce the platform and promote our own Liberian artists. This is why we are here for this program. So let us take this announcement, this advertisement from the Global Prayer Network Platform Ministry.
The Global Prayer Network Platform is a non-profit corporation based in NJ. We offer the following services. Community health awareness. Prayer Summit provides a well-balanced life to the less fortunate. Feed the Hungry counseling services for drugs and alcohol addiction, domestic violence and child protective service. For more information visit us at www.globalprayernetworknewjerseynonprofit.com. Also join our live broadcast on Facebook, YouTube, link and Roku. Tuesday, the Hour of Grace 7 p.m. Thursday, Transformation Through the Word 8 p.m. Friday, Grateful Friday 9 p.m. Wednesday, at 7 a.m. Prayer Conference. Friday, Prayer Conference 7 a.m. Our office hours are, from Monday to Friday 9 to 4 p.m.
We want to encourage our people. We want to encourage the little ones that are coming up. We just got to build some defense mechanism around our lives and around their lives, so that tomorrow they can be protected by the society, by the community. We got hard for Liberia. We're not going to stand and sit and say, I'm not going back to Liberia. I got nothing to do there. This, that, and that. How we brag and talk. So, we want to be grateful to God, as I said, for this program. And I said to us that we have to put our differences aside. We just have to lay everything to rest and come under the canopy of reconciliation. Jesus said that if you are out there and somebody slap you in the right ear, turn the left ear so they can put slap in it. It was not literally a slap, from a physical hand. There was so many interpretations, so many revelation to that. But we have to demonstrate love. When you tame somebody with the high level of love, you get them confused. You mess with them because they would not understand you. This is how the world did not understand Jesus up to present, because he tamed the entire world with love. It was the sole purpose that he came for love. Okay. I listened to a man of God preaching. He said, there is billions of planets, billions, thousands more, trillions, and out there. But God saw the planet Ive because he loved the planet Ive. That's why he said the Ive is the law and the fullness thereof. He loved the Ive. God also loved the world. He loved this Ive. This is why he selected the Ive to save the Ive. So what more about us that he has created? Among ourselves, we cannot love. We have to love one another. Let us love one another. Let love be the key to our life. Let love be the center of our relationship. Love. Because the love covers the multitude of sins. You understand? So if we put our differences aside as like, oh my God, if we put our differences aside as Liberian and come under the canopy of reconciliation, I believe that, Liberia will be extended to the next level. I said something on the platform last week, when Jesus said that, the rejected stone that the builder rejected has become the chief cornerstone, not just ordinary cornerstone, has become the chief cornerstone. And I gave a prophetic utterance on here concerning Liberia. I said Liberia has become a rejected stone. Liberia has become the place of mockery. Liberia has become a laughing stock among its African partners, No investor can come to our country. Nobody want to extend hands to Liberia anymore because we have become the rejected stone. God know listen. When the builders was coming together, when they were coming together to build whatever concrete building, monument or memorial building, and when they rejected that stone, it doesn't mean that the stone was not fit to be part of the building material. That just means that the stone was not shaped in the rightful direction at the time to join the building process. Okay, so they have to neglect the stone because it was not the time for that stone to be part of the building process. Because the stone needed to go through a process. What was the process? It was not mechanical process. It was not the process that it has to go in the factory, but it was the process that it went through. That the rain got to beat the stone to take a shape. People got to walk on the stone to take a shape. That's how the stone became what? Or the chief cornerstone. Not just a stone, not just cornerstone, but it became the chief cornerstone. And I'm telling you this, Liberia, today we have been marginalized. Today we have been looked down upon. Today nobody recognizing us because of one or two things. Because why? It is not time for us to be seen on the international platform. It doesn't mean that God has forgotten us. God has never left us alone. Because Bible say, whoever become a blessing to Israel will be blessed. In Liberia, when President Turbo was the last signature on that document to make Israel a nation on her own, Liberia was part of the, I think, if I'm not mistaken, part of the 180 countries. Nation that signed, that documented, that wrote the signature on that document for Israel to stand alone in the May 40s, in the 1940s. You know what I'm saying? So God will never leave us alone. Not that God has taken his eyes from us. Okay, people will look down on us. It doesn't mean our life is over. The downfall of a man is not the end of his life. We remember those days when we were back. Nobody wanted to travel. Nobody wanted to leave Liberia to go anywhere because everything was far. Foreigner came to our country to live, to look for greener pastures. That's how Liberia used to be. And don't think that we have lost that identity and we're not going to get that again. We're going to get that identity. God going to restore us. But the restoration must start with the people in the country. The restoration of Liberia must start with reconciliation. The restoration period of Liberia must start with love. Let us come under the canopy of love, reconciliation. Then restoration will start for the country to be the chief cornerstone of West Africa. My people, God bless you this evening. And I want you to be part of this all-important war that is coming. As I told you people the other time, this is our contribution for Vision 2024. When the former president said Vision 2024, Liberia will be this, Liberia will be that, you thought he was talking about himself. He was speaking of you and myself. You contribute to the Vision 2024. What are you doing? The woman of God, part of the Vision 2024. She's carrying backbone to praise that will promote artists in Liberia. That her office. I got my ministry called the one God gave me, the Global Prayer Network. Okay, that's my Vision 2024. So next year, I expect this ministry. We expect this ministry to be able to empower people, to be able to have a rehabilitation center to rehabilitate our brothers and sisters that are dying from drugs. That is our contributing process to Vision 2024. What are we doing? Are we still sitting on a one palawa hut and discussing issue to bring somebody down? Are we still sitting somewhere in some liquor bar discussing national issue, how we would hijack this, how we would do this, how we would do this? This is not how God works, people of God. Let us contribute to the Vision 2024. You understand? What happened here is that I don't care what President Taylor did. That was between he, the Sierra Leone, and the international community. But he was the president of Liberia. Okay? You cannot undo what your predecessor has done. Joe Biden will come and walk in what Obama left. Donald Trump will come and walk in what Joe Biden left. So when the president talk about Vision 2024, and we all must be part of the Vision 2024, we all must put hands together and build the Vision 2024. Your Vision 2024 could be maybe you want to marry 4 wives. That's your Vision 2024. Maybe you pastor, you want to stay slinging, you want to stay be slinging beyond the church member. That's your Vision 2024. It's up to you. But our Vision 2024 is to promote the Liberian artists for them to be on the national, platform. My Vision 2024 is to empower the lives of the less fortunate people in the society. To empower the life. Take them, look, go to Monrovia. Anybody come from Monrovia, see the place is so dirty. Okay? We want to take those folks from the grave. That how can they be living with the dead? Be sleeping with the dead. People Center Street are living in graveyard. They are living, but they're in graveyard. So our vision is to give them the meaning of their life. Is to re-identify and alarm them with the re-identification of life, so they can know that the life is important. Once you have life, there is hope. That is our vision. When Taylor said our Vision 2024, this country, I want to do it this way, you thought he was referring to himself. He had his part to play because he was the man that led the vision. But he did not accomplish his Vision 2024 because of some lapses that he didn't understand. But what are you doing for your Vision 2024? You still want to be smoking crack? It's up to you. That's a Vision 2024. You still want to be backstabbing somebody? That's a Vision 2024. You still want to be putting juju in men food for men to love you? That's a Vision 2024. You still want to be going to the demonic altar to get power for your church? That's a Vision 2024. It's up to you. Is that how you're going to contribute to Vision 2024, to the upkeep of Liberia? That's your business. But select a vision. Select something in every organization while we work. What we do in every organization, we look at the vision and mission statement. Then we come up with we come up with strategies to accomplish the goals of the ministry, of the vision. Okay, we look at the vision and mission statement, establish a goal that will have a strategy to hit the vision and mission statement for the ministry. So what the vision of Liberia? What is the vision of Liberia right now? In 2026, what do you see in Liberia? Let's forget about 2024. In 2026, what are you looking at Liberia to be like? How are you looking at Liberia? So set your vision and work towards it for the nation. Set your vision. Or in 6 years' time, I'm seeing my life to be this way. I'm seeing me building estates. I'm seeing me having car rental all around the place. That's a good vision. Work towards it. But let us not sit in a power booth and start stabbing people in the back. Our vision here is that we're promoting Liberian stars. We want the world to know then that we are carrying God. I want you to go to Nigeria. How many Liberian church in Nigeria? How many? Go Ghana. We only had church in Ghana when we were refugees, and the church was right in our community. Okay? Go to Ivory Coast. How many Liberians got church in Ivory Coast? Forget about Ivory Coast. Go to Nigeria. But go to Liberia. Let me tell you something. We will institute in our country. If you are a pastor, my vision in Liberia, why I come for we the pastor. If you are a pastor in Liberia and you don't go to school to acquire your degree in theology, you will not open church. You will not open church. Okay? You will not open church. Because every problem that is in the country, it starts with the pastor. Oh, you see the pastor raping you. Oh, you see the pastor teaching heresy. Oh, let the pastor on this out. Let the man go rip somebody's daughter. Oh, let the man go to Monrovia prison compound. How many pastors in jail for rape? How many pastors in jail for rape today? We have to stop. Look, legislators, senators, representatives, But start talking about closing down churches in Liberia. I'm saying this, I'm not saying it with any regret. But start closing churches down in Liberia. Let those pastors get at least BSc. Let them get BSc in theology to open a church. Then they will know how to shepherd the people. Because I remember when you go to school and learn the lesson, if you get BA in theology, you will be able to guide your congregation. Because every religion has a form of rules to guard and protect her people that is following that religion. Okay? But now soon we come from some pastor. We wanted to open church. This man will come from Nigeria. You want to tell me we in Liberia, we don't know God? We don't know God? We don't know how to pray for God to make things happen for us? You can't go to Nigeria and find one Liberian church in Nigeria. You can't go anywhere and find one Liberian church. Besides this America, where we have the free opportunity of worship. Go Africa. But they come from all around the place and go and open church in Monrovia to confuse our people. But I'm telling you, Wilfred Williams, take it from me today, I will institute in that country. Every pastor must have a degree in theology, a genuine degree in theology, before you can have a church in Liberia. Then we'll cut down the nonsense that is going on in the country. We will have to cut it down, but we must start. Every pastor in Liberia, before you open church, you must have a degree, a bachelor degree in theology before you open a church in Liberia. This is how we encounter a problem. Then when one pastor do this, that the pastor, soon this guy know how to prophesy, he ready to go and open church. So this is how the problem is coming to us, coming in our country. Okay, we cannot stand to what is happening. We cannot stand to things that is going on wrong. Because why? We don't know our left and right. If you understand, if you take responsibility of what you know, you will stand for what you know. You understand? You will stand for what you know. But you don't know nothing, you go open church. What degree you got to go open church? That's what I love Namibia. Before you open church in Namibia, you gotta go through the process. You will go through. If God didn't call you there, you will give up. So we want to be grateful to God. So let us start. We pastors, let us start on ourselves. So our vision for Vision 2026, all pastors must go back to school. Go start yelling. Yelling is not anything. I can tell John 3:16 stand behind a pulpit and yell. Go back to school and get a degree in theology, then we will satisfy you as a overseer for your ministry. All of that, your closet in that, your core church. We got church all right in the country, but the country is still infected from all kinds of crap. So I just want to be grateful to God as we come into Liberia with the Born to Praise. As we come into our own city with the Born to Praise, it is our token of appreciation. This is why we ain't taking down for anybody. It is our token of appreciation. And again, to conclude, I'm so grateful for Reverend Dr. Julian Williams. I'm grateful for Pastor Abako and Pastor Raphael Pay. You guys really running with the vision, and all of you guys that have been nominated for this all-important program. I take God and pray for you people, and let God see you guys through. God bless you this evening.
Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Give me praise, give me praise, give me praise. Thank you, thank you, thank you. People of God, are you ready to praise the Lord? Somebody tell the Lord thank you for your goodness and your mercy. You will, this one we all, God we all, this ceremony we all, we all. It's funny, we all. Ah, there is someone. Nibio, Mahamud Virginia. Nibio, my promise to go. Nibio, when you want to be this one. Nibio, Mahamud Virginia. Nibio, Egrabo, now I think I get some money before Mama is one. I tell Nibio, I say, oh, big. Thank you. Jehovah, thank you. Africa, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Give it this. Give it this. Give it this. Give it this. Everybody, do the it's time to give God the praise. It's time.
Awards. The Born to Praise Music Ministry and the Glory of the Letter USA present Born to Praise Music Awards 2023, and it's happening right here in Liberia. And the venue is Morovia Christian Fellowship. The date is March 11, and the time is 3 o'clock. Red carpet start, 4 o'clock main event. And your hosts are Bishop Wilfred Williams and Reverend Dr. Julian Williams, Pastor Raphael Pay, co-host, and Pastor Ablako To Gntv, co-host. Remember, the date is March 11, 2023. Don't miss it. Morovia Christian Fellowship, 9th Street, Single. Call these following numbers for more information: 0779 167861. I repeat, 0779 167861. Or better still, call 0881 555 964. Don't say you was not informed. Please be there. Admission is free of charge. FREE, free of charge. Venue, Morovia Christian Fellowship. Don't miss it. A great movement of your life. Born to Praise Music Ministry. Thank you, yeah.
Grateful to God. Please, on the 11th of March, all road leads to the Morovia Christian Fellowship. All road leads to Morovia Christian Fellowship. We want you people to just start marching, because thank God that it's in March. So everybody should be marching to that place, 9th Street. And it's going to be powerful. If you are a prayer warrior, please keep this program in your prayer, because this enemy is basic. We don't take nothing lightly when it comes to the things of God. We are grateful to God to have people that are interceding right now for us for this all important program. So we are grateful to God. Let us hold hands together and keep this award thing intact. Okay, like I said, I go back to my conclusive statement. Listen, all the pastors there in the country, you go back to school. At least you get some form of degree before you can establish church. Listen to what I buy about the player. Our education is important.
Is it a pride to be a teacher?
Oh yes, more than a pride, it is a passion to be a teacher. All that we need is better treatment. It is with love we build a nation. All that we need is better treatment. Ooh. A teacher is a nation builder who spends sleepless nights preparing his lesson. Transformation of education begins with the teacher.
You see what I'm saying? A teacher is a nation builder. A transformation of the nation starts with the teacher. So, pastors, a transformation of Liberia starts with you, pastor. It starts with you. Don't take John 3:16 and stay in the street and be yelling over people. Go to school and contribute to the vision of the country, not to break the nation down.
Is it a pride to be a teacher?
Oh yes, more than a pride, it is a passion to be a teacher. All that we need is better treatment. It is with love we build a nation. All that we need is better treatment. Ooh. A teacher is a nation builder who spends sleepless nights preparing his lesson. Transformation of education begins with the teacher. He does everything to meet up with changing times. They build doctors, pilots, engineers, and all great people. Oh no, with meager salary. We plead on the parents to stop negative intervention. Instead, assist them do their work. It is with love. It is with love. It is with love. We build a nation. All that we need is better treatment. It is with love. It is with love. Yeah, yeah. We build a nation. All that we need is better treatment.
I'm shedding my tears for a teacher.
I'm giving you knowledge, you slap me. I'm building your future, you kill me. Oh no, respect the teacher.
I'm shedding my tears as a teacher.
I'm giving you knowledge, you slap me. I'm building your future, you kill me. Oh why? Respect the teacher.
Teacher, we tapsila.
Teacher, will one you
Teacher,
Teacher, we tapsila.
power kai.
Teacher, will lonely Teacher, we tapsila. Teacher, will one you
Kimba teacher,
Teacher, we tapsila.
Kimpana,
Teacher, will lonely
Kimpana,
Teacher, we tapsila. Teacher, will one you
teacher,
Teacher, we tapsila. Teacher, will lonely.
We are grateful to God. Like I said, coming this fall, we're going to have a serious teaching on the mark of the beast. You know, we want to teach it because what's surrounding us now is a lot of things that surrounding us now that Our congregation must know, and the world must know what is happening. Who is the Antichrist? Who is the beast? And who carrying the mark of this beast? And so we have to dive deep into Revelation. We have to push it all the way down to 4 to keep ourselves equipped, for this powerful teaching. So we want to encourage you, watch out for the dates and times on the Global Prayer Network TV. Will be here, and they're going to be every Saturday. When we enter the 4, every Saturday, just 30 minutes. We're going to be on there from 9 to 9:30. We'll be teaching on them. My wife will be teaching too. I will be teaching as well. And we will take question, and we'll take question and answer by the grace of God. We'll be on there. We'll open our telephone line, and then our people call, ask question concerning Revelation, ask question concerning the beast, or what it is for, what it stands for, and how it's going to come. If the beast already have come or have left already. So we want to be teaching on that too. So I want to encourage you, stay tuned and be part of this all important teaching that is coming to the platform this fall. So I want to encourage you people. They call that the mark of the beast. This is it. We bless God for that, for the understanding and the revelational understanding in this mark of the beast.